I just made my real-time stock scanner 7 times better than it was before. We pushed multiple updates last night. Let me cover them with you quickly before we hop into the live stream and start talking about some of these moves happening this morning. First off, let's start with 3 things that you can't see. I sped up the scanner. So all of the refresh rates were already happening at 200 milliseconds, faster than you can blink your eye. Well, I was able to speed that up even a little bit more. So even faster now, you will get stocks appearing on the moving now if they move. You'll get the price updates, etc. Secondly, and extremely powerful, I made the scanner pull all of the stocks float data. So a little technical, what I'm doing behind the scenes here for this top 20 gainers is I'm actually writing the top 2,000 gainers to the backend file. That way, when you filter, if you filter down by price, if you filter down by float, you still have 20 stocks to look at. It just pulls from that list of 2,000. Well, before last night, I was only pulling the float data for those initial top 20 stocks. I wasn't pulling it for all 2,000. Well, now I am. So now when you sort by float, like I'm only seeing stocks with 15 million share float now, you can still see a large list of very small float stocks. So that's very helpful for sorting by float. Extremely powerful. And next, I updated my shift hover. If you didn't know you can do this, you can shift and hover over a stock to see their sector and their country. Well, I greatly improved this because when I initially built it, it was actually sort of wrong. I didn't realize, but the locale call from my data was actually just showing where it was listed on an exchange. So almost every stock was listed on an American exchange, so they almost all showed USA. Well, now I've updated it to actually show where the company's headquarters are. So GVH is in Australia, etc. You can see here GMEX, also Australia, a handful of United States ones. Here's one from Cyprus. So the shift plus hover also got a lot better. Now, quickly, let's talk about the major visual update. So the bottom left of this scanner has been buzzword news, and the way I had it set up was that it showed any stock that had AI in the headline, because that was the buzzword of the moment. Well, I've updated this now to allow you to filter for your own buzzwords. First off, and by default, if you leave this blank, it will show you every stock that has news on the day. Then you can come into this and you can filter. Let's say I want to see stocks that have phase in the headline because I'm a biotech trader. You can see here, blah, 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 phase 1 pediatric. Let's say I want to see stocks that have a $ in the headline because those are the kind of moves you like to trade. Well, you can search by that and you can indeed see that stocks with $ are appearing in the scan results now. Also, you can search by multiple keywords. So let's say AI and let me look real quick so I can cheat. Let's say AI or phase is in the headline. You can do that with a comma. So you're now seeing all stocks that have either AI or phase, and you can do an ampersand if you would like to only see stocks that have AI and educational. If I can type educational, now you see both of those keywords must be in the headline in order for the stock to appear on the list. We've also added to this scanner the percent gain and the time and the volume so that you can sort ascending top down by any of these, depending on how you would like to see your news. All right, good. That's all the updates. I mean, that is like more updates than a traditional software company would publish in 6 months. I published last night to this scanner. So your scanner just got way better. You're welcome. And the price doesn't change at all. Okay, let's start actually getting into the fun stuff now. So this morning, ARTL, by the way, this is a new strategy I am working on. We're also going to talk about this, but it crushed ARTL this morning. I built this strategy yesterday. I was working on it. The first stock I look at coming into my office this morning, ARTL, it absolutely crushed. We're going to talk about that. Don't worry. Obviously, we will watch the stocks that appear on the scanner. I can see VSA is appearing on the... What the world happened here? Okay, the strategy is in this from 162, but it died and then turned around. Is there news on this? No. What? There's not even, I mean, I can see on my scanner there's not news either. I was just double checking. There's not news on this, and it just... Anyway, what's going on? All right, what's up, everybody? Keith, good morning. Santo, hello. Rafiki, good morning, everybody. I got to do a little admin stuff. First off, let me get into my Discord here and let them know that we are, in fact, live. By the way, this is the daytradingstrategies.net Discord server. Those of you interested in accessing the scanner, if you sign up for the annual plan, you also get access to the Discord server. I do see that the scanner is flashing disconnected. I will work on that. I will fix that. I think I know what's happening. When I updated my refresh rates last night, I might be overloading the scanner just a little. I'll be able to kick that back hopefully very easily. I do see that happening, and I will fix it. Kind of a beauty, a hidden beauty of using this scanner is that someone that's been trading for over 10 years, being me, is the solo dev of this scanner. So I use this every day for my own trading, right? So I'm always watching this. I want to make it as good as it can be. So when I see things like that, I jump right on them relatively quickly. I'm trying to find my live stream here on my third monitor so that I can share the link. Here it is. Here it is. Discord, hello. Announcements, hello at everyone. I am live. If we hit over 400 viewers today, by the way, I am giving away $100. So share the stream, hit the like button. We did it on Monday. On Monday's stream, I said if we get over 300, I'm giving away $100, and we did, and I did. So that number goes up, of course. We want to continue improving. That number goes to 400 now. The Discord now knows we are live. I guess that's the only place I need to share it. All right. What's up, everybody? Oh, let me look into this disconnect real quick. Let me go check out some of my refresh rates. I have my my laptop down here that I code on. If you see me looking down here, it's because I'm looking at code. Sorry. Okay. Yo, Ronnie, what's up? Good morning. Definitely going to sign up. Thank you. What's your name? La Grinja. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Fireman, good morning. Jay, good morning. Miami, hello. Yeah, so I released this scanner on January 15th, and since then, over 2,000 people have signed up to the website. So thank you all very much. And like I said, it is only going to continue to get better, as it did last night with this search news scanner now. So, we do need to start talking about this strategy because it is once again crushing this stock. I mean, you guys watched it crush ARTL. I think it made like $30,000 in ARTL. Yes, it did. And now it is crushing this VSA move. So I have a very, very fun entrance condition for this strategy. What this strategy is looking at for entrance is the RSI value. And I hear you. You might roll your eyes. Oh, Trey, the RSI, haha. But I'm using it in a very fun way, a way that I've never really seen anybody else use it. Now, I'm sure people do this. I don't think I invented it, but it's not as common. So the way that I'm using RSI to determine whether I should enter stocks has nothing to do with the RSI value itself. I don't care what the RSI is sitting at. What I care about is the rate of change. What was the RSI value at on the previous bar versus the current bar? If that difference is greater than 10, that is when this strategy enters. So essentially, I have found a way to objectively identify very, very strong bullish candles. because it will only buy, like you're only going to get a 10 RSI rate of change on a very big green candle. So that's what happened here. You can see on this candle, the RSI is 53. On the previous candle, it was 26. That is a 27-point change in the RSI. I think I did that math right. So obviously greater than 10. So obviously the strategy enters. And then the exit condition is very easy. The exit condition is first candle to close below low of previous candle. So it's going to hold, let all of this play out. We can go back to the ARTL trade. It just holds, lets the whole thing play out. Once you get that first candle to close below previous, that is where you sell. That's it. That's the whole strategy. It's not a complicated one. It's very simple. I try to make all my strategies simple. And honestly, I've been doing this once again now for 10 years. I've been building these codified trading strategies for 7 of those 10 years. I've always found the strategies that have the least amount of rules to be the most successful, right? Those tend to be the ones that aren't overfitted in their backtesting. So like the statistics you get from backtesting are actually real, like they're not just some made up because you overfit the rules to the static data. And they're also just the easiest to follow, right? Like that's important. Being able to identify and actually take the trades in real time instead of getting stuck in analysis paralysis really matters, right? Like who cares how good your backtest is if you can't trade it in real time? So yeah, very good. What is this strat called? I have not uploaded it yet. I will, I guess I can do it right now. It's not on the website yet, but it will be. Once again, those of you that sign up to the website, obviously, the reason you're probably signing up is for this scanner, but you also get access to all of these codes for completely free. I do see UCAR just hit our scan. Has anyone noticed? I haven't seen it disconnect in a while. Maybe I don't need to change anything. Maybe it's just like on initial load. It might have been disconnecting because I literally like right before I went live. Oh no, it just did it. I saw it. It just did it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think it's because of loading in all of the float data, but it shouldn't be refreshing. Once again, one of the updates I made to the scanner was now all 2,000 stocks on this list have their float data coming in. But it should be a one-time load and then it should be static unless obviously a new stock hits the list. Maybe I just add a 0.1 time sleep to it because I don't think I have any sleep built into that yet, which is probably why it's breaking. Oh no, I do have a sleep. But it's only set to 0.1. Let's up the sleep to like 0.33. Let's run this and see if that fixes our problem. SCP, type in my password. I see you guys typing in chat. I'll answer your questions in just a second. I did see someone ask, why didn't I stream yesterday? I don't stream every day. I only stream Monday and Friday mornings. Crap, I just typed the wrong thing. So if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, I'm gonna run a run real quick. You'll see this all refresh. Okay, let's see if that helps the disconnect problems we're having. It's not really a big deal. Like it's just a small little visual thing where it says disconnect at start, but you know, the stuff still seems to be loading in okay. It's okay. I expect to see some disconnects as soon as I load. I expect to see some disconnects as soon as I refresh the scanner, I mean. You won't see that because, of course, this is a website, so it's always running in the background. But if it just shows some disconnects on first load while getting all this float data, I don't mind. Because, of course, you guys won't see that again moving forward from now. I'm going to keep my eye on it and see if that helped the problem. HK, whoa, hello? HKIT, obviously on the scanner. Look, so also, I didn't mention this, but part of this new strategy, I have built in a label that shows you the RSI difference. It shows you the difference in the current RSI versus the previous. Obviously, it highlights green once you are above 10, so it lets you know that your buy condition is true. Now, I guess I should have mentioned this too. So why didn't the strategy buy this? volume not high enough, right? Let me actually check my code. What did I leave it set to? I think it's volume. I think it's, yeah, number of shares you're going to buy times 5. So this is an 8-cent stock, and I am simulating $50,000 positions. So I would have bought a ton of shares of this thing, and the volume on this candle must not have been at least 5 times that. I do see ARTL, yes, scooming back up here. I'm trying to keep an eye on this to make sure. I haven't seen it disconnect in like a minute. Oh no, there it goes. Man, what's going on? Let me continue to check. Wait, what? No. ARTL is about to buy. ARTL is about to buy again. The scanner must be behind by like 10 minutes. Why do you say that? It is not. It is live. ARTL trying to break highs again. Again, this is the stock that the strategy crushed earlier this morning. It's yelling at me on repeat. Yeah, that's because I just refreshed it. I just refreshed the scanner, so a lot of stocks are popping up right now. It's not behind, it's just a lot of stocks are moving right now. And when I refresh the scanner like that, it doesn't have like its point of reference to like daily high becomes when I loaded the scanner, right? Like you can see here, this column, like a lot of the last high of days are all like 846, 847, because that's when I refresh the scanner. Obviously, that is not true on days when I don't have to fix my scanner, but I made a bunch of updates last night, so I'm not surprised that it's a little quirky. When you make a bunch of updates like that, you're probably going to get some quirkiness. Okay, I'm getting some suggestions here for what to fix. Oh, wait. Oh, I have my back end updating faster than my front end. Really? Let's fix that. That might be the fix right there. My back end was updating 5 times as fast as my front end. We're going to get back to paying attention to stocks, I promise. I just, I want to make sure the scanner is working as perfectly as it can be, right? Oh my gosh. Dude, every single time I try to type in my password for my SCP, I get it wrong. I cannot get this password right. All right, I'm restarting it again. How do you see the country of origin? Shift plus hover. I'm refreshing the scanner right now, so it's broken, but there you go. Shift plus hover over a ticker. Any ticker, like even these ones, even the ones down here in the search news. Which, by the way, we now have 150 viewers. If you weren't here for that, you can now search by what news you would like to see in this bottom left scanner. That is an extremely, extremely powerful feature. This in and of itself is worth $45 a month, not even to count everything else. Oh my God, it's still doing the disconnected thing. Get your pretty please. She just said yes in a New York minute. He never tied the knot. His heart wasn't in it. Man, come on, bruh. Okay, where are we at? Will the strategy work on different brokers besides Thinkorswim? No. The strategy, these codes only run on Thinkorswim. But you can download Thinkorswim. You can download Thinkorswim in like 5 minutes. If you live in a place, well, yeah, that's the problem, I guess. If you live in the Americas. ARTL still grinding up at above $9 a share now. Are you surprised small cap gauge is in the yellow yesterday and today? Any insights as to why? Just hot. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday, a lot of stocks were popping off. And since yesterday was so strong, that is why like the small cap gauge is still okay today. Yesterday, I think we ended around like 58% on the small cap gauge, something like that. Yesterday was a strong day, which is actually slightly surprising considering how weak the market was yesterday. Right, this is the S&P 500 daily chart. The larger market got crushed yesterday, but small cap market didn't seem to care. It is interesting. ARTL didn't buy. Yep, it didn't quite close above RSI 10 change. It was this candle here. This is the candle that like when it was trading up here, it was going to buy. But you'll notice in all of my strategies, actually, I wait for close of candle to enter. And if you're like, well, Trey, why do you do that? This is exactly why I do that. Not that, of course, it means you're always going to win, but it definitely increases your win rate. If you're trading breakouts, it's definitely going to increase your win rate to wait for the breakouts, to close and confirm before you buy. Look at the volume slider. Mine doesn't respond. It's either off or I can't lower it. What volume slider? What's up, everybody? 160 viewers. What is this strategy? The strategy is not on my website yet. Should I do that too? I guess I could quickly upload it to my website. I wanted to test it a little bit more first. DTS RSI 10. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh my God, it's still disconnecting. What the hell? I've like reverted everything well, not everything I changed yesterday, but oh, did I fully break it now? Oh, I fully broke it. Okay, hold on. That's why it disconnected. I made a front end change that broke it. Don't worry, it's just a front end change. I'll revert it. We're good. Hello. Thank you. Why did that break? I don't care. I'm kind of done working on the scanner. It's working. It's not like the scanner's not working. You're just getting like micro disconnects, like for like half a second every 30 seconds it will disconnect. I'll figure out exactly why that's happening. I'm trying to, but it's hard to do that and live stream. It's hard to like be actively live streaming and actively coding. My brain's not capable of that much multitasking. ETS RSI 10, got it? Yeah, well it's not on the website yet. Hold on. I've got to get it on the website. The button under the speaker. Oh, this volume, yeah. It's not responding to you? I can drag it. What browser are you on? A lot of your strategies only sell on my computer. Are you running, it sounds like you're probably running multiple strategies at the same time. You can only run one strategy on your chart at a time. If you try to run multiple, they will like overlap each other and crash like that. That's what it sounds like is happening. And even if you use this little like eyeball here to turn them off, that doesn't work. The codes are still running in the background. You just can't see them, right? Like you need to actually turn off the code. HKIT was the last stock to hit the scanner. Very nice, very strong. Oh, this is that 8-cent stock. This is that like hyper penny stock. Wow, look at the float on ARTL. I just noticed, like, I'm just like, finally, I've been live for 25 minutes. I'm trying to like finally lock in and actually pay attention to my scanner. ARTL, less than 1 million share float. 740K float. Talk about micro, huh? All pages. The strategy did buy HKIT. It is losing. It does look like it's going to get stopped out. Of course, I don't mind showing you guys this. I don't want anyone signing up to my website thinking that I've built a strategy that's got 100% win rate. I'll tell you a secret. I'm a breakout trader. Obviously, if you can't tell, oh, it didn't get stopped out. I'm a breakout trader. I believe in buying high, selling higher. It's just the way that I see the market. It doesn't mean that's how you have to trade the market. There are thousands of traders that make a lot of money buying dips. Just doesn't tend to work as well for me. I will tell you, breakout trading like this, I average about a 35% win rate. I think that's why people, WNW, by the way, wow. Another like penny stock, but anyway, I average about a 35% win rate. I'm wrong most of the time. It's just that it's profitable because of the way I manage my winners, right? Like when I win big. I win very big. And when I lose smaller. So yeah, these kind of strategies, these kind of breakout strategies will be wrong more than they're right. That's something you just have to accept. Being like the profitability equation is not just win percentage, right? It is win percentage times your reward to risk ratio. You can still be very profitable on a 35% win rate. How do we get the scanner symbols to show up? In the watch list? You can't yet. Someone did suggest that I add like a download feature to like the top 20 gainers so that you could download a CSV and import them to a watch list. I might do that. I don't know how that would affect performance, but sorry, I still really want to fix this. I really don't. I'm really OCD. Even though this like little disconnect thing is mostly just visual and doesn't really impact the scanner, I don't like it. I'm trying to get rid of it. Trying to fix. Oh, what do you mean? W&W 11-cent stock, ripping face. ONCO is low float and high volume, but not squeezing up. Yeah, they don't have to, right? ONCO got a huge move at like 4 a.m. When it was trading heavy volume, you know, the volume, like look, like the daily volume on ONCO is high. Oh, look at that. Literally as we're talking about ONCO, it hits the most recent high scanner. But the daily volume is high because when it was trading heavy volume, it was making huge moves, right? The volume right now is not as crazy, though trying. Good luck this morning. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here, my friend. RDGT, another kind of, a lot of penny stocks with no news ripping this morning. There's actually not like a lot of stocks with news performing well. So in our search news, like in our news search news scanner down here in the bottom left, since I have nothing typed in, it is literally showing you every stock with news and sorting top down ascending. The top performing stock with news is up 23%. which is interesting. I did see that ARTL is interesting because it has, like at 8:20, something came out that Artello Biosciences withdraws registration for stock offering, but it's not an official PR. You know, like there's like they didn't actually write a PR for this. Like there's nothing here. So it's not a PR. Like the company didn't say anything, but apparently they withdrew their registration for stock offering. They must have just did it in the background, and you know, BAM SEC or somebody running a scraper on BAM SEC saw them do it and write that. So they don't have an official PR. Like that's why it's not on my scanner, but something did happen this morning at about 8:20. Best scanner I've had? I mean, it's obviously sounds super self-fulfilling because it's my scanner, but I think it's the best scanner on the market, especially around this price point. Like, are you going to find scanners that you can pay $1,500 a month for that are going to be a little bit faster than mine? Yes, of course. But I don't think you're going to find anything better than this for $45 a month or anywhere near $45 a month. Once again, I understand how self-fulfilling that sounds, but what strategy are you using? It's my RSI 10. I haven't uploaded it yet. It's something I'm going to work on here in a second. I'm just trying to get this disconnect error fixed. Wait, what? You deserve self-fulfilling thoughts. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. If anybody would like to access the scanner, of course, since you're watching the stream, you can take 30% off. This is my website, daytradingstrategies.net. The website is simply a scanner that you launch from this purple button here. There's also a free version of the scanner. Did I break this? Oh, it might be broken. No, it's not broken. Just takes a second to load in. The free version of the scanner still gets you the live top 20 gainers. Like, this is still very powerful, by the way. Like, people pay money for this. Like, you can still come in and you can still sort by volume. You can still sort by floats. Like, if you want to see the smallest float stocks that are up on the day, this is completely free on the website. And then obviously, if you would like to unlock everything, you can do so at either $45 a month or $33 a month. Also get you access to the trading codes. The annual plan also gets you access to the Discord for life. And once again, since you're watching this stream, you can use discount code STREAM at checkout to take 30% off. That's 1 year of everything for less than $280. All right, chat. 200 viewers. Good morning, everybody. Oh, LPGJ, I do see you. Interesting. Once again, not on news. Where's the news at this morning, man? I was excited to like show off my new search news this morning, but if you only wanted to see like biotech, you could search phase. All these stocks are going to be some kind of phase, like planned phase 1 pediatric, blah, blah, blah. If you only wanted to see AI news, you search AI. If you only want to see crypto news, you search crypto. There's nothing right now, but very, very useful function. The price I paid will never go up. Nope. I have raised prices on my website 3 times, and I have every single time grandfathered in existing members, and I always will do that. I don't have any plans to raise prices right now, but even say sometime down the road, like I do end up paying $400,000 a year because I buy much more expansive data for the scanner or something, and I do raise the prices, you will be grandfathered in. Whatever plan you sign up to, you will continue to pay that. Yep. Holy. Oh, hold on. Wait, I see why I broke it. Need a mouse. Trying to code on a touchpad is annoying. Oh, that's not where I go to. Damn it. Eh. Sorry. Still updating code here. Let me see if I broke it this time. Hey, it didn't break. Not yet. I'm already a grandfather. I came in with a promo. Oh, you mean like if you paid $280? No, if you paid $280, like the discount codes are only for your first payment. Yeah, of course. It doesn't mean you'll pay $280 next year. No, you'll pay $400 next year. Now you could, I'm not telling you to do this, wink, wink. You could cancel your account and just use the promo key again on a new email. Like before your annual expires, you could just cancel and re-sign up with another coupon. If you would like to do that. 200 viewers. If we do hit 400 viewers today, I will give away $100 to one of you. I did the same thing on Monday. I did the same thing on Monday for 300 viewers, and we did hit it, of course. And I did give away $100. Very nice. I'm going to Benzinger for $400 a month. What's that mean? What do you mean? ONCO is trying to grind back up. Hello from Tel Aviv. Hello, my friend. Let's go 400. Yep. Like the stream, share the stream. Obviously, help get viewers in here if you would like your 1 in 400 chance at winning $100. Will you put the newest strategy in Discord? Oh, yeah, sure. I can do that real quick. Code share. Let me pull up. Hold on. I will bring the charts back in just a second. I just don't want to give you all the share code for free. Charts. That's a good idea. Okay, I just posted the link to this trading strategy in the code share on Discord. So those of you signed up to the annual plan, you can access it. Those of you signed up to the monthly plan, I will add this strategy to my website, just probably after stream. Good morning. What's up, Sullivan? The dang Cowboys fan. Get him out of here. Just bought the scanner yesterday. How do I join the Discord group? If you signed up for the annual plan on the website, you can just search Discord and you'll find the page with the invite link. I actually haven't checked that in a couple of days. I should probably make sure it's correct. It might have expired. My invite links expire every 7 days. Let me see. Let me just confirm if it is correct. I missed the description of the strategy. Can you recap? Yes, in just a second. So the strategy is using the RSI value, except that the strategy doesn't actually care what the RSI value is. Like I could care less what the RSI is at when I buy this stock. What I care about is the RSI rate of change. So is the RSI on this candle at least 10 points higher than the previous candle? If that is true, then the strategy enters the trade. So essentially it is a way to objectively define large green candles. Because of course you're not going to get a large green candle unless that RSI value changes more than 10, right? So, oh wait, actually, do I have it set to 8? Wait, what? Oh, I need to delete that. That shouldn't be there anymore. Right now I have it set to 8. And you can change this, by the way. Once again, I try to make my code as customizable as possible. From the settings, you can adjust your position size, your open time, and your close time. So like you can set it up to decide when you want to trade, like what hours you want to trade between, and then you can decide your rate of change as well. I actually have it set to 8. I kind of forgot about that, but by default it is 10. Whoops. Yeah, the Discord link on the website wasn't the correct one. I am fixing now. Okay. Now the Discord link on the invite is the right one. So if you signed up for the annual plan, if you're signed up for the annual plan on my website, just type in Discord, and then there will be a Discord invite link. You can click on that and you will see the invite link, obviously. Minus printing bubbles. Yeah, that's something I added to this strategy. It's actually not something I've ever done before. I just wanted to see, like on the chart, the price that the strategy entered at. So that's what that bubble is. It is telling you, hey, we bought, the strategy bought ARTL at $4.48. And then this label up here in the top, right is showing you the current RSI difference. I love the search function. That is extremely powerful, yeah. This is probably worth $45 a month. Being able to see all the live news in the market, being able to search through all the live news in the market, and I haven't even talked about this yet, but of course I have the market replay functionality also in my scanner. So now what you can do is you can go back to past dates at 9:30, so like right at market open, and you can see on that day, give it 5 more seconds here to load in, but you can see on that day what news articles were causing stocks to move, right? Just taking a weirdly long time to load. I think it might just be because I'm streaming. It might be slowing down my computer. Hello? There's something else I have to fix. I've never seen it take this long before. Can you speak at 1.5x, please? Am I not talking fast enough? What? Okay, my time machine might be broken. But anyway, this will work in the time machine once I get it working again. I think I just broke something doing my updates, but so yeah, you can go back in time and like you can see what news articles were causing the biggest moves, right? What is it doing, bro? What is going on? Relax. Calm down. Relax. I know. I gotta go figure out the market history thing. I made like 4 major code updates to the scanner last night, so I'm not surprised it's a little wonky this morning. I will flesh it out today. All of these little quirks you're seeing right now, I will fix today. It's just something that happens when you're a solo dev pushing straight to production. Look at ARTL 5-minute chart. Oh yeah. So the bubble is just based on the buy condition. So like the 5-minute chart, it entered at 334, and then the buy condition was true again at 543. The strategy just didn't enter again because you only have it set up to enter once. If you really want to, you can come into your global strategy settings and you can change that. Like, oh, I want to let this strategy enter twice, and then it will enter twice now. If scaling into positions like that is something you're interested in, you can do that here from the global strategy settings. Just obviously by default, that is set to 1. What's the name of the strategy? I haven't put it on my website yet. I will probably I will right after this stream. If you are an annual member, if you're in the Discord, I put it in code share. So annual members, you guys can see it right now. For monthly members, I will get it on the website right after the stream. I don't usually test code, but when I do it in production. That's what I'm doing. I will tell you, I have set up a staging site. I do have a staging site, but the biggest failures that I've had, like when trying to update my website, have been when I've tried to take my staging environment and push it to production. That's like crashed my entire website for like 3 hours one time. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'd rather just deal with the small quirks of working in production than freaking breaking everything trying to push from staging. For global, it applies to all. Yep. All of your trading strategies will enter however many times you type into that box. Yeah. Woo! 12 minutes till market open, chat. I'm ready for my market open monster. I'm tired this morning. Well, I know why I'm tired. It's the basketball games didn't start till like past 10 o'clock last night, and I stayed up and watched them. And my son woke us up. My son came in our bedroom at like 6 o'clock this morning, so I went to bed at like 12:30 and got woken up at 6. So that's why I'm tired. Where are the global settings? Yeah, so if you go to your edit studies modal, here in the bottom left is global strategy settings. You can change to allow how many orders. And you can do like, so by default, it's regardless of the entry, but you can do it so when it's only a different entry. So that way you can like either build different entry orders into your strategy, or you can do things like this. Like if I allow up to 5, I have a strategy called my add strategy. I have a bunch of them. Let's like just add 4 of these. So now I can add these strategies, and if they are true, wait, does that not work? Wait, what? What the hell are these? I don't know what these are. These ads are broken. Let me find one that isn't broken. Is this one not broken? Okay, yeah, there you go. So now you can run like multiple different strategies, and you can be like, you know, if it is that different order, then add them. You know what I mean? There's yeah, a lot of quirks you can play with. Obviously, a lot of different stuff you can do in Thinkorswim, but a dad call. I'd be happy to sleep 5 hours, dude. I tell you what, I am an 8 hours or bust kind of guy. Pause. Whoa, Maria. Hello. Good morning. What color SCG are you thinking this is good for? Red and yellow? It's a good question, DWT. It's a good question. Listen, I just built this like 2 days ago. I haven't done extensive testing on this yet. So, you know, make sure you're aware of that. Well, listen, guys, every single code that I publish, you should absolutely be taking them and testing them yourself, right? I never ever want anybody to download one of my codes and then start trading it with real money. The point of the codes is that you take them and test them and prove if it works for your trading strategy. But anyway, yeah, I haven't like extensively tested this strategy yet. But I looked at it yesterday, and so far today it looks pretty good as well. It is red on ONCO. Of course, once again, not going to be green on everything. It's actually going to be red more often than it's green. Just when it's green, it makes a lot more money than it loses is the goal. I hate Thinkorswim is when you like load new charts like this, it like doesn't properly load in all the studies. Very annoying. It also crushed VSA this morning. It took another nice winning trade. VSA and after hours yesterday it crushed. Did you get your shirt when you bought your McLaren? No. I just like the McLaren Formula One team. I'll tell you what, man. I bought this shirt and I bought a t-shirt. So I bought 2 shirts from like the official McLaren store. They didn't tell you at checkout, like you pay shipping, obviously. And then when they shipped it, I had to pay an extra like $55, I think it was, to UPS because they shipped from the Netherlands or something. They shipped from somewhere overseas. And they were like, because of tariffs, you have to give us money when we ship this to you. What the I had to pay like $55 shipping for 2 shirts. I'm new here. Are we doing daily trades together? No, please. Another thing I'll say, please don't copy what you see on my charts. What we're doing here is just looking at stocks that are moving and discussing trade strategies and discussing ideas and you know, I've been trading for 10 years. I've been doing this for a long time. The best way to get better as a trader is to give yourself live chart time. The easiest, most simple, best way to become a better trader. I mean, it's the best way to become better at anything, right? Is to do it. And giving yourself this live chart time with commentary from someone that's been doing it for 10 years. People seem to enjoy. 200 of you in here right now. Good morning, everybody. Would it be possible to timestamp the codes? Yeah, I used to have a change log at the bottom of my website, but I got rid of that. Really, I'll tell you like a trade secret here. When I add a new code, so let me go to like my day trading strategies. When I add a new code, I always add it to the bottom. So like if you come into TOS day trading strategies, these are the newest ones, right? So I know that's like a really low tech and like probably not great user experience, but it is a way that you can see, okay, what are the newest strategies that Trey has added? Because I always just throw them on the bottom of the list. I do that with all my codes, studies too, everything. So, oh crap, I just closed my scanner. Whoops. Load. My internet is slow today. Hello? Why is my internet so slow? Load the scanner, please. I don't know what's going on. It's coming back up. 1 second. Here it comes. Jeez Louise. YDDL, 14% in the last 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, very, very light volume though. Did you name your boat yet? I have not. I have not. The boat's name, because I bought it, it's not brand new. I bought it from someone. The boat's name right now is the Big V. There's a story behind that. It's not what it sounds like, but it's an interesting name for a boat. What is your download speed? Oh, my internet in my office is not very good. I don't really want to run a speed test right now because I think it makes everything lag. But the internet in my office is not very good. The internet at my house is very good. Sub 1 mil float boat name. That's a good one. Something about float is a good one, yeah. If you guys didn't see my new boat, I will show it off because I'm very excited about it. Here is the boat that I just purchased. 22 foot, 4 winds. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. ONCO. Oh, I don't have my fault. I haven't had the audio alerts turned on. Sorry about that.
ONCO.
All right, it's close enough to market open. I'm cracking open my monster. I need to wake up. Let's wake up for market open here a little bit, boys and girls. Bridge. A market open monster. I didn't see it on Twitter. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get this out on the water. Got to get it registered. Got to go get its like beginning of year service. Hopefully I can get it out on the water in like a week. Did you buy it and sell it the same day? Did I day trade my boat? Day trading personal property? Get a beer and be done with it? Man, you should have been around, what, 3 years ago when I Twitch streamed every day? We used to drink beer before market opened sometimes. Back in my younger days. I'm only 33. I was still 30 then. Is that a John boat? How big is your boat, bro? You calling a 22 foot a John boat? You got a yacht? Boat service stops are slow. Yeah, and I imagine they're probably slammed right now too. It's the beginning of the season, you know. I'm sure everybody is calling them for their beginning of season, you know, check-in, initial service. ONCO just got a big candle. ONCO just got that big RSI rate of change candle there. So the strategy did enter at 569. Shots of Everclear before bell. That's a little much. Very nice. Wow. Very, very nice entrance. You got that shoot up candle. The strategy entered in immediate follow through. When I went to W&L in the early 70s, the tension with VMI was so high we weren't even supposed to talk to cadets. That was kind of true in 2015. When I graduated from VMI in 2015. We didn't like each other, but more in kind of a fun way. You know what I mean? We weren't literally fighting each other, but more of in just our campuses literally touch, so we're not supposed to like each other kind of thing. We just fuck with each other. All right, chat, a minute and a half till market open. Let's get ready to lock in here. The scanner's about to go crazy. If you haven't been here, if you haven't seen the scanner during a market open yet, get ready. 3 people signed up to the scanner since I last checked. Thank you guys, assuming you're in the stream. Thank you for signing up. Remember, if you would like to sign up, head on over to daytradingstrategies.net. I think there is also a link in the description down below this live stream to head on over and get signed up. Access the real-time stock scanner. If you're just joining, last night I did add a search news scanner. So instead of only showing stocks with AI now, it will show you all stocks with news. So if you only want to trade stocks with news, this is where you go. And you can search for I only want to see phase data, or I only want to see AI data, or I only want to see dollar sign data. You can also use commas for and. So this is dollar, or sorry, comma is or. Dollar or phase. And you can use ampersand, so dollars and phase. Of course, there is none right now, but a lot of great functionality added to the scanner. I think this is really, really powerful functionality. Being able to filter through news like that live and in real time. Oh, it also does work with the filters, by the way. So if you filter down to only 15 million shares and plus $40, it also will only show you stocks with news that align with your filters. All right, here we go. Markets are open. Let me unfilter everything so we see everything. Look at this. Now, this is risky. Doing this is very, very risky. I honestly wouldn't do it. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I would have sold this at market open. ONCO. But the way the strategy's set up, it is still in this ONCO trade.
SGML.
This buy at 569, now trading up at 617. Of course, hitting the scanner right out of open as well.
ONCO.
You're going to hear a lot of beeps. A lot of new stocks, of course, hit the scanner right out of market open. You're going to see a lot of that. So where my eyes are, by the way, chat, right out of market open, when things get nuts, great move on ONCO. We picked the right horse to watch out of market open here. Where my eyes are, right here. I am looking at the volume column of the moving now. When I see a stock with heavy volume, obviously ONCO, 36 million shares traded, I'm immediately interested. As soon as I see that, my eyes quickly dart over to here, right? I quickly then look at the float. 36 million shares traded into a 720,000 share float. I mean, that's crazy, right? It's traded through its float more than 400 times already this morning or something like that. The scanner's breaking. Hold. All the updates I made last night are breaking my scanner. Hold on.
OSRH.
I will fix it. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm sure what it's doing is, so one of the big changes I made last night, by the way, is I added float data for every stock in the market. So it is now pulling all this float data so that you can filter a little bit easier, a little bit better. I'm sure that is overloading the scanner though, right out of market open. I'm sure it's trying to load in too much too fast. That's why that happened. Once again, I will get all this fixed, I promise. I just made a bunch of code changes last night, and during a live stream, we are running our first test of the code changes, which is probably not a great idea, but whatever. I'd rather push changes than not push changes. Waiting. NAVN. So this is one that I saw hit the scanner with decent volume.
VSA. SGML. VSA. SGML.
NAVN, nice push. Do you hold things in the market open crossover? I wouldn't. I personally don't love to code, no. Once again, should you never do that? It's up to your risk tolerance, right? I am, like, in general, in my life, honestly, I'm a pretty risk-averse person. Like, I'm a pretty, like, you know, I don't take shitloads of risks, and especially true with my money. So you'll notice that in my trading. Like, I guess day trading low float stocks inherently is already pretty damn high risk, but I don't like, you know, incur a bunch of extra risk on top of it, like holding through market open and things like that, or like holding on to your losers too long. I cut my losers real quickly. It's just the way I am as a person. That is like why it's two-pronged. It's why day trading is so hard, and it's also why day trading is so awesome, right? It makes it really hard because so much of it matters, like how you are mentally as a person, how you see the markets, how you like can handle risk, things like that. So because of that,
AGX.
I can't like give you a solution to trading. I can't be like, if you do this, you're going to make money. First off, it's just not true. And second off, once again, all 220 of you watching are going to be very, very different in what is going to make you a profitable trader, because you are different as a person. You see the market very differently. You have very different risk management tendencies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But also, it's why that there is hundreds of different strategies out there that people trade that make them money. It's cool that trading isn't one size fits all, but it's also, you know, once again, kind of what makes it hard.
STIM.
Okay, my little bot here is telling me that maybe because we're loading all of this news that it's too much. It's telling me a different way to load in all the news. Oh, it wasn't in it. Let me make this. This is just a front end change, so I can make it really quick. Oh my God. Oh. Bro.
TURB. SGML.
Okay, I can't find it. ONCO halted down, did it? Turn bad? Yes, it did. Yes, indeed it did, my friends. I was here watching NAVN continuing its nice grind up. Yes, ONCO got crushed. Crap, what was the stock we were just looking at? Now I forget. I do this all the time. I type in a stock, go away from it, then I'm like, wait, what was that? NAVN. Like in this one right now. Why are you 2 or 3 minutes delayed? I'm not. You're probably not watching the stream live. On YouTube, you can like drag back the progress bar. You probably did that on accident, or like it buffered at one point or something. Just make sure that you drag the little progress bar all the way forward. I'm probably like 5 to 10 second delayed just because that's the YouTube latency. But other than that, I am live. I've screwed myself holding at market open. That's why I'm curious. Yeah. I mean, to me, once again, this is just me talking. I don't see that as trading, right? Like, it's like playing earnings. I feel the same way about earnings. At least going into earnings. Like, you can play the move after, but like buying a stock for earnings isn't trading. That's just gambling, right? It's just a coin flip. You have no idea what a stock's going to do out of open. You really just don't. It's kind of just like hoping, I hope this is going to rocket out of open. Like, trading is like reacting to price action, not buying and then hoping the price action goes your way, right? Your goal is not to buy the bottom of the move and sell the top of the move. Your goal is to capture part of the move. If you always try to buy the very bottom and sell the very top, it's probably not going to work well for you.
HKIT. TURB. IZM.
ONCO dump? Yeah, ONCO got hammered.
IZM.
I thought about playing the earnings. So I have an earnings trading strategy, and I will play it, especially on the big names
HKIT.
like Nvidia, Apple, Tesla. I like to play my earnings strategy, but once again, it reacts, right? It goes long if the initial reaction is very strong, and it goes short if the initial reaction is very bad. Once again, obviously, the way I trade, it's looking for continuation. What I don't like is, Nvidia has earnings today, say, and so you buy it at market close because you think it's going to go up on earnings. That is just gambling, right? You have no idea what Nvidia is going to do on earnings.
TURB.
It's much, trading is reacting to the price action and capturing a piece of the move instead of buying and hoping. There should be no hope in your trading strategies, right? Trading strategies are all statistics. Profitable trading strategies are all statistics. You get in where you're supposed to, you get out where you're supposed to, and you accept the wins and losses along the way.
GCTK.
What strategy are you currently running? This is called my RSI 10 strategy, but it's not on the website yet. I will upload it to the website right after this video, right after this live stream. Because it does seem to be pretty nice. Like, obviously, it's red on some stocks. It takes a lot of losing trades. Once again, just like all continuation trading strategies, it loses more than it wins. But you're watching it win some like nice, like look, SNXX here. It's in at 34.47, up nice.
GCTK.
Click the live button. I had to do that. Yeah. If you buffer at all, YouTube won't like kick you back to live. It'll keep you on the time it took to buffer you. GCTK, this is the top news performer of the day. You can see here from our search news. I was really looking forward to like really showing off this search news functionality today, and the top news performer is up 36%. See, here's a loss. GCTK, it bought and then got stopped out. This is a very, very ugly trade. This is a very ugly trade. Beginners will take this trade and they'll get real pissed off, and then they'll start like revenge trading, right? But guess what? I'm here to tell you, that's trading, baby. Sometimes shit like this happens. Does it suck? Yeah, of course it sucks. This never stops sucking. There's never a point in your trading career where like you watch this and you're like, oh, it's okay. Like, this still sucks. You literally bought the exact top of the move and you sold the exact bottom of the move right before it ripped face again. That sucks, bro. But what you can't do, so what beginners do is this happens to them, right? They take the trade exactly like they're supposed to. They get the real sucky result, but then like that causes them to get emotional and to trade emotional after that. Like say the next time they get in a trade and it pulls back and they're supposed to stop out, they don't stop out because they're like, well, last time it bounced, so it's going to happen again. And of course, the time that they hold, the next candle will like drop to 130, and then instead of losing $1,500, they'll lose like $4,000. You know, they'll start not respecting the strategy, start trading emotionally. That's the difference in profitable traders and not profitable traders. It's not the fact that so many gurus and like so many people will tell you like, oh, you can't be emotional in your trading. But it's not that emotions go away. You can't make emotions go away. Welcome to millions and millions of years of human evolution. You're going to be emotional. It is not reacting to the emotions, right? Not making decisions based on the emotions that you feel. That's what's important. Because yeah, this sucks. I mean, this is a really, really like ugly trade. You're like pissed about this trade, right? My scanner.
LTRN.
Promise I will fix this. I know you guys are watching and like, wow, Trey's scanner keeps disconnecting. What a shitty. I understand, but I will fix it. This is the first day this has ever happened. And once again, it's because I made a bunch of changes last night. I'm actually like trying to work on fixing it right now. I think so. I have slowed back down all of my refresh rates on the float and on the price, but I haven't touched the news yet. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reconfigure, because what I'm doing now is obviously I'm pulling in every single news article on the day. I am pulling into this scanner. And I think especially out of market open when there's so much data, I think that's overloading the scanner. But I have an idea for how I can fix that. I'm just trying to live stream and do it at the same time, you know? It's hard to live stream and do it at the same time. Fixing. Okay, from here up. It's also hard to do without a mouse. I can't like highlight my code correctly without a mouse. All right, front end change made. Let's see if this breaks my scanner. This very well could have just broken everything. Yes, it did. Of course, of course.
GCTK.
Oh wait, no, it didn't. Oh, it just took a second to load in. Never mind. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if that fixed the disconnects. See if it fixed the disconnects. By the time it's in the scanner, some strategies are already in. Yeah, that's going to be also up to you, Ninja. Like, yeah, some of my strategies are built that they will like enter on times before it pops up on this scanner. Do you still want to take that trade? I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't, because I'm very much a system trader. You know, system traders literally and only trade according specifically and exactly to the trading systems that they've built. I'm a big believer in trading that way.
KOPN.
More discretionary traders might take codes like this, but like tweak them a little bit according to their live reads or whatever they like to do in discretionary style. So once again, what's the answer to 99% of trading questions? It depends. Once again, all 230 of you are going to be different traders. There's not like anything I can teach that all 230 of you should take and apply to your trading. It all depends on how you see the market, what works best for you. The best thing, I will tell you, the best thing that I can teach all 230 of you at once is if you find something that works, keep doing it. I see way too often a trader will say something on the internet, like I've been making money buying only below the VWAP for the last 3 months. And someone will be like, oh, you can't buy below the VWAP. That's not good. Like, bro, dude, if it works for you, for the love of Warren Buffett, please keep doing it, right? Don't listen to people trying to tell you like how you need to trade. There is no way to trade. There is no one right way to trade. Like, Find what works for you and then continue to hammer that edge over and over and over again that you have found. My job is not to teach you how to trade. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not really like so much of an education guy. I'm a tools guy. I sell tools. I sell you tools like the codes, like the scanner, that hopefully you can use to help pull some trading ideas out of and to help you more quickly test your trading ideas and this, that, and the other. But I say it all the time, you still have work to do, right? Like if you sign up to access, oh my gosh, ARTL ripped into a halt. If you sign up to access my codes and all of this stuff, great. Guess what? It doesn't solve your trading. I never ever want anybody to think like I'm going to sign up to daytradingstrategies.net and I'm going to be a profitable. You still have a lot of work to do, right? My job is just to give you the tools to make that work easier. That's what I'm doing. I did not see ARTL rip into this halt, by the way. Very interesting. The strategy is in this, by the way. Strategy entered this trade here at 8:15. That's nice.
GCTK.
Something new just hit. Yes. ARTL had a $1 spread. I can imagine ripping like that. Plus 800 on ONCO. Congratulations. Did ONCO turn around? Or did you short it? Or did you play it in pre-market? How did you make money on ONCO? Congrats. This thing's getting wrecked. Maybe you traded it in pre-market or out of open or something. Yeah, super. Remember, we talked about this. In pre-market, we talked... God, still disconnecting. Sorry. We talked about in pre-market how ARTL is a 740,000 share float. I mean, that is a micro of micro floats. Below 1 mil, very, very small float. Remember, low float means more volatile. The lower the supply, the less demand it takes to make them. Also remember, volatility is a double-edged sword. Low float and volatile do not mean bullish, right? That does not mean stock go up. It just means stock very volatile. So low float is not inherently a good thing. It just means that you are going to get violent moves. Remember, very important for beginners, once again, because beginners, this is what beginners do. They look at low float stocks like ARTL and they're like, oh my gosh, look at how much ARTL went up. So they want to trade these kind of low float stocks. Just remember, ARTL is able to go up 200% in 30 minutes. It can also go down that fast. For all we know, in an hour, ARTL will be back to $5. I'm not saying I think that's what's going to happen. I have no idea what the stock is going to do. Just that is completely possible on low float stocks is what I'm trying to say. So low float is not inherently good. It just means the stock is volatile. I think a lot of beginners get hung up in thinking that way. Well, I'll tell you what beginners do, and I can actually be very empathetic to this because it's what I did. You only look at very, very strong moves, right? Like at the end of the day, when you're going back, you look at these like insane breakouts and you're like, holy crap, like how do I capture these huge moves? It's like, go look at some of the shitty moves too. Go look at ONCO. At the end of the day today, when you're doing your post-market analysis, you need to look at stocks like this too. You need to understand, look, oh, this is a perfect example. ONCO, also almost the exact same float, 720K, also a micro float. Look at how this one got destroyed out of market open. So study the bad moves too. Study the violent downside too when you're doing your chart analysis. Because beginners get hung up in only looking at like the amazing moves, which is great, but then you think everything that is low float is going to do this, which obviously is not true. So we've made the disconnects seemingly less. It's disconnecting less, but it's still disconnecting.
RBNA.
RBNE. Click copy paste. Nice.
KOPN.
RBNE is pushing up, yes. KOPN Corporation reports fourth quarter 2025 financial results. What platform lets you trade stocks pre-market? I've seen a lot of people trade pre-market because they can't be halted. Yes, pre-market is definitely like the hot time for day traders right now. Everyone is moving to pre-market. I think most brokerages allow you. Like I'm using Thinkorswim by Charles Schwab. You can start day trading at 7 a.m. in this brokerage. There are brokerages, like I know Webull does, that lets you start trading at 4 a.m. because that is technically when pre-market opens, is at 4 a.m. I am not waking up at 4 a.m. So I don't mind that, but yeah, there are brokerages that let you start trading even earlier. But yeah, Thinkorswim lets you trade pre-market. All you have to do is, no, wrong one. All you have to do is set your time and force here to extended. And you also have to use limit orders. There's no market orders in, there's no market orders in extended hours.
CORD.
Oh, ARTL is open. Holy moly.
ARTL. CORD.
Whoa, boys and girls. Whoa. Watch out. ARTL is doing that thing. It's doing that thing. It's flying. Wow. What a move. Anybody in this? 220 of you watching. Any of you in this halts, in these halts?
VSA.
Thought I was good getting $11 in ARTL. What is the strategy up now, by the way? Stupid floating P&L. It breaks every time you load it in a new chart. Strategy now up $44,000 on ARTL. The strategy is in this trade from 8:15. Once again, it's just the strategy. It's just the strategy code. It's not me, but the strategy is in from 8:15.
VSA.
I keep missing the damn thing. It's probably hard to trade, right? It's probably hard to get in and out of. It's halting so fast. When you get these like crazy rippers like this, it can literally like halt in half a second after it reopens. VSA, whoa. VSA just got a big candle. Nice trade by the strategy out of open on this, by the way. Strat's making unrealistic assumptions about fills. Not really. Not on this. Not on the initial entrance. Getting in here at 8:15 wouldn't have been hard. These, yes, of course. These you wouldn't be able to do. But remember, the strategy's already in from 8:15.
SST.
These are just
RDGT.
once again the bubble showing you that like, hey, buy condition true, buy condition true, buy condition true. But the strategy doesn't actually buy those. The strategy's only in here from 8:15 where the buy is. And that wouldn't have been hard to do. The stock wasn't halting down here. Now, we'll see where it exits. I would imagine that the exit is going to be unrealistic, yes. If you buy a large number of shares, you wouldn't have gotten them 8:15? Yeah, why not? On this 1 minute candle, it traded 240,000 shares. My strategy is simulating a $50,000 position. Getting filled 6,100 shares wouldn't have been that hard. Would you have gotten them all exactly at 8:15? I mean, maybe not. With the way I set up my strategies, and this is actually a very important reason why I do that, I set up all of my strategies, 95% of my strategies, to buy and sell at the close of the candle. That way, slippage is not a concern. You hear a lot of people talk about slippage in backtesting, and that is very important for strategies that the price of the stock is the reason why you get in or out, right? So like if you were trading a strategy that, say, if it broke this high level, you would get in. So the strategy gets in at 923. Slippage would be very important then at that point. But when you're just buying and selling the close of the candle, slippage becomes a non-factor because it's not the reason for the entrance or exit. And sometimes you get better fills and sometimes you get worse fills. And I've always found it to average out. Strategy's not actually buying. Yes, correct.
SST.
Correct. These are not like real
RDGT.
trades. These are not real money trades.
SST.
Strategy codes and Thinkorswim are not capable of placing real money trades for you. So like, you don't have to worry about them actually messing up your account or anything. They just show you live and in real time where you would get in and out. And also, maybe even more importantly, is they help automate the data gathering process of backtesting. So I also have this custom study that I built available on the website called Backtest Data that I can then, I plug this information into so I can see the performance of the strategy on whatever I'm charting. So it greatly speeds up the backtesting process. Like backtesting a strategy like this would normally take months, like a month, couple weeks, because you have to go through every stock, find every open ARTL. You'd have to find every instance of entrance, every entrance of exit. You'd have to write them down. You'd have to perform the calculations. Like having code like this does it for you. Halting down, ARTL just opened, ripped down into a halt. It's locking. ARTL doesn't have news. So ARTL, we talked about this a little bit earlier. ARTL is an interesting one. They have something. So what they did was they withdrew their SEC filing, right? At 8:20 this morning, they withdrew their SEC filing, but they didn't make a press release about it. They didn't say anything about it. Someone just found out they did it. Look, this was released onto Thinkorswim at 8:20. The stock started moving even before 8:20. The stock started moving at, this candle's at 8:12. So they removed their SEC filing. Somebody, obviously, traders and bots saw them do that and begin trading this thing. And then it got announced or whatever on Thinkorswim at 8:20. So it's not like it's not a PR. What I'm capturing is PRs, things actually released by the companies. ARTL didn't say anything. They just quietly got rid of one of their offerings, and so far have sent their stock flying because of it. VSA, the strategy is in from 258. What else are you seeing? You said there's other stocks too. What other stocks have news, Eel? Because I'm not saying, my scanner might be wrong. I did change a lot about how I loaded in news last night in my update, because I'm now loading in all news, so it might be missing some. HKIT has news. Looking. High-Tech Global sales agreement with Maxim Group terminated by Maxim. Once again, not a PR. So this is not a press release by the company, right? This is something else that someone scraped the SEC Edgar data and found. Would it be useful for my scanner to show stuff like this? Yes, it would be. I'm not saying I won't ever gather news like this, but right now what I have is PRs from companies. HKIT is just another one that is a Edgar filing thing. The company has to actually say something for it to pop up on my news at the moment. VIX past 30. Oh yeah, what is the larger market doing? Ooh! The S&P is down another 0.8% today. Are we in correction territory yet? We've got to be close. We're probably down what, like 8% from highs now? 8.5% from highs, yeah. If we hit if you get 10% down from highs, you are in a correction. SST. So we're close. We're close. I hope it corrects. I mean, me too. Look, I've got a lot of money invested in the S&P, and I still hope it drops, 20%. Wouldn't make me angry. The only people that should really be worried about the S&P dropping really, really hard are people that are like about to retire. And those people, hopefully, should have allocated less and less of their money towards equity investments over time as they got closer to retirement, right? Like if you're in your 20s or you're in your 30s, or even if you're in your 40s, if the stock market crashes 30%, who cares, right? It's just your investment portfolio value going down. It's not real money to you yet. You weren't going to sell that anyway, right? You had no plans to sell that anytime soon anyway, so who cares? It's an opportunity to buy more at cheaper prices, right? Once again, of course, if you're in your 50s, 60s, and you're about to retire, it matters a lot more because that money is more real to you because you were about to start selling it. But once again, hopefully, and I'm not a financial advisor, but hopefully they all met with financial advisors and rotated out of equities as they got closer to their retirement age. Because equities are very risky. Buying and holding the S&P 500 is extremely risky. People won't tell you that. I don't know where this idea came from of like buying and holding the S&P is a safe strategy. That has been true for the last 20 years, 18, 17 years, because the markets have, for the most part, been at highs, discounting COVID. For the most part, have been at highs all the time. But the S&P 500 has crashed over 50% multiple times. Guess what? It will do it again. The S&P 500 will crash over 50% again. I'm not saying it's going to happen right now, but within the next 50 years, yeah, it's going to happen again. Right? Now, is it also likely to recover from that? Yes, but it doesn't mean it's not extremely risky. Buying and holding investing is risky. Especially, once again, especially as you approach retirement when that money starts to become more real. In your 20s and 30s and 40s, yeah, I mean, who gives a shit, right? You weren't going to sell anyway, so who cares? But in your 50s and 60s, yeah, it starts to become very, very risky.
BSA.
I don't know where this idea, well, I mean, once again, I do know where because it has worked. It has worked, right? That's why. No. This is why, because it has worked. Security check. But you also look at periods like this. I mean, you also look at periods of major drawdowns. Like, there are very, very like elongated, huge money drawdowns in the S&P 500. And once again, this will happen again. 100% guaranteed this will happen again. Now, will it happen this year or will it happen 20 years from now? Nobody knows. But it will. It absolutely will happen again. Yesterday was 10%. We're in a correction. On what market? The NASDAQ might be in a correction or something. The S&P 500 is not in a correction yet. We're not down 10% from highs. But the NASDAQ, if I had to guess, probably is. The NASDAQ, of course, being more volatile. Yeah, you're right. The NASDAQ is in a correction. I assume this is what you're talking about. NASDAQ is in correction territory. Not quite yet on the S&P, but... odd. The daily chart on this thing. That money is real, but what's more real is your expenses. Yeah, just once again, the point to the money that you have long-term invested in the S&P is that you have no plans to sell it anyway, right? It's all just valuations until you need it, which is at retirement age. You shouldn't, I mean, really be needing to sell your investments until it's time to retire. You shouldn't really like be digging into your investment portfolio for normal day-to-day life. Now, does it happen sometimes because of emergencies and other situations? Yes, obviously, of course, it can happen and it does happen, but shouldn't be your plan. A lot of the stocks hitting the scanner right now aren't super interesting to me. ARTL should be reopening relatively soon. Is it more than 5? Okay. ARTL is already past the 5-minute check. So we'll check again in about 2 minutes on ARTL reopen. What's HKIT doing? Falling down. What's VSA doing? Chilling. That trade ended up getting out. I mean, basically break even. What is SST doing? Slower, lighter volume grind.
SST. CRE.
Software stocks being getting crushed with AI concerns. Yep. Yep. You're right. Especially a lot of like the SaaS stuff. Isn't Oracle down like 40% or something? Isn't this stock getting... Yeah, Oracle is not having a good time. Down over 55% from all-time highs.
NXTT.
Wow. That is crazy. For a company that size, that's crazy. NXTT hitting our moving now. Okay, nice. Here's a stock that just got a big volume spike into highs. Once again, alerted live and in real time because of the scanner. If you would like to be alerted live and in real time at any moves that happen, like NXTT, go sign up to the scanner. 5 of you now have signed up to the scanner during this live stream. Thank you. TEAD. I mean, it's not wrong that it's moving, but it's not exciting to me. Once again, you could have noticed that by seeing the volume. The volume's only 340K into a 96 million share float. Like you could have seen that immediately and be like, not good, you know, not good. How do you interpret the scanner has been rising about 27%, now 47% as markets in general are selling off? Yeah, it's almost all because of ARTL. ARTL is very strong. This scanner doesn't, this gauge doesn't care about the larger market. It cares about the performance of the small cap markets. And ARTL is obviously ripping today, so it's been making the gauge go up. All right, strategy's out. And look, this is a realistic fill for the strategy too, because it's chilling here. This is actually a very realistic fill. Like you've had plenty of time to get out at this price now. So even with all the halts, this is definitely a trade you could have taken. Now, would you have taken this exactly? You know, obviously, whatever, probably not, but was definitely a trade that was possible. I was worried about like the codified fill on the exit because of all these halts, but it's not ripping into halts anymore. Once again, I will get this strategy uploaded to my website right after the live stream. I wasn't in it. Still inspecting my page here, inspecting the network, seeing if I can find a broken one. I've added your auto fibs. It's very interesting to see the pauses at the lines. Yeah, Fibonacci's are very interesting to me. Fibonacci levels exist in literally like a bunch of mysterious things in life, but like people seem to think that like they won't be real in the stock market. Something that is completely deriven of math. For some reason, people tend to think that the Fibonacci's would have no impact on. It makes a lot more sense that the Fibonacci's would have some sort of impact on stocks than to assume that they wouldn't. What up, Andy? Good morning, my friend. What's the name of the strategy? RSI 10. But once again, it's not on the website yet. I have posted it in the Discord. So those of you watching that are annual members, you can check it out in the Code Share channel on Discord. I've posted it there. If you're a monthly subscriber, I will get it on the website after this live stream. There goes ARTL rolling back over hard. Rolling back over hard. Okay, wait, I found one. Not cached. Status code. Where do I see status code? Issues. No issues detected. Sorry, I found one of my okay, okay, hold on. I found one of my I was looking at the network on my scanner and I found one of the broken fetches. Ooh, I mean, yeah, RCKT is moving now, yes, but getting hammered on the day. How much would you pay for me to reveal all the crazy shit you did on Twitch? We were very different on Twitch, yeah. Well, I just live streamed a lot more. When you live stream that much, you kind of have to start doing crazy shit to keep yourself awake and keeping people interested. Found a failed fetch. I'm figuring out why my scanner is disconnecting intermediately. Sorry, I know I've been doing a lot of like looking down and being quiet during this live stream. I apologize, but I am, like I said, very OCD about my stuff working perfectly. It's still working very well. Like it's almost a nominal glitch, but I still want to fix it. Where did it go, bro? Okay, that is very helpful though. We were able to find, I know what function is broken now. I know what function of my code is, well, it's not broken, but it's overloading. Once again, with all the updates we made last night, pulling in way more float data, pulling in way more news data. I'm just overloading something. I'll find a way to fix it. BZAI, new. Not uber interesting. Very, very high float stock. 123 million shares. Let it ride. Tennessee is going to whoop Iowa State tonight. Excited. Just watching basketball. My host is blocking me. That's what's happening. I'm actually not overloading my code. My code is fine, but my host is blocking me because I'm pushing too much. Wait, what? All right. Friday drinking Twitch streams were always a good time. Yeah, they were. Yes, they were. The old Friday Power Hour drunk streams. Should we bring those back or what? I kind of can't. I was gonna say grown. I mean, they're not grown, but I got kids now that I want to be hanging out with on Friday afternoons. Not you guys. I apologize. Look, I love you, but not that much. BZAI, okay. This is that very large float stock we were talking about, but it is pushing. I don't see all that news data. I see your screen on the bottom left. Why, you don't see this? Are you filtering by something? Do you have something typed into this box? BZAI is pushing. Valid. I'm still a big kid. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm getting like a million different update requests from how to fix this scanner. The small cap gauge is great. Haven't seen anything like this anywhere else. Yep. This is something that I built. It's actually the whole reason the scanner exists. Of course, we've talked about this a lot during this live stream and others, but I'm very much a system trader, right? I very much only enter and exit trades according to very proven reasons why to do so. And I've always wanted a way to like, okay, I have all these strategies, but how do I prove when it is time to run X strategy? Like, how do I know the market conditions, so I should run this strategy or this strategy? So I wanted to build a small cap gauge like this. So of course I did. And when I did, I needed to access real-time stock data. So I was like, well, I may as well build out the rest of the scanner too, huh? But yeah, this is a proprietary calculation that I came up with. So yeah, you won't find this anywhere else. It is me. It'd be cool to average out the daily percent gauge. It does. So that is what this is doing. This is not just today. Today is obviously included. That is why you see it changing. But it's also considering the strength of previous days, weighted somehow that I won't give away. Because once again, this is my intellectual property. But it is. The small cap gauge is considering prior days too. It's like, it's the entire current market condition, not just like how strong or weak is the market today. I don't have that box for news search and the data on the bottom. Is your screen just really small? Like, are you like this or something? Because it will collapse. Like, your screen has to be a certain size in order to see it. It will collapse down. Like, everything will collapse down if you do this. And if it is like that, then just make your scanner skinnier so that it stacks, and then you can find it, right? And then you'll see it here. Something like that, see you? Something. What up, bird dog? How you doing? ARTL might not be toast yet. Is it trying to fight? Kind of took my, oh, did it halt up? Did ARTL halt to the upside here? I mean, obviously, I don't know why I'm asking. Obviously it did. Interesting. Very interesting. I've seen a lot of stock. Listen, I've seen a lot of stocks. I am not saying that this one is definitely going to do this, but a lot of stocks like rip, up halt, down halt, and then just like blast off again. It's possible. I've seen it happen many a time. I've seen many a fight back. How we doing today, chat? Are you guys all rich? Are you all rich? Sorry, I'm still working on my scanner in the other one. Not rich, but working on it. Go on, my friend.
CRE.
Not rich. My account is down 50% using your strategies, though. Ouch. What do you mean down 50% using my strategies? Get owned, bro. Friday no trade. A lot of people do that, Julie. I've heard a lot of people that won't trade on Fridays. They just don't like, I don't know, feel like the momentum is worse or something. Or is it really just like I don't want to be red going into the weekend. I want to enjoy my weekend and not ruin it with a bad day trade. If you call 74 cents rich, hey, it's better than being down 74 cents gold. And assuming you're just learning how to day trade on small share size, that's good. When you're learning how to day trade on small size, any green is good, right? If you can be green on one share, that means you can be green on 1,000. The trading itself isn't any different. What's different is the emotional control, but that's something you just have to get better at. And it just comes with time. I wish I could tell you, I wish I could give you a secret, electroshock therapy to fix your emotions, but it really does. It's just something that comes with time. Thank you for your efforts. My small has never been so healthy. I'm a member. That was a great investment. I'm glad you're finding value, Harris. That's what I love to hear. That's why I do this. I really do this to help beginner traders. Listen, obviously, hands up, I want to make money too. I would love to get rich off my business, but at the end of the day, I really do want to help people. That's why I price it the way I do. I'm pretty confident I could charge more for this scanner and people would still sign up, but I think $45 a month is a fair price, you know? I feel like it's priced fairly. For both parties. For me, the work I put in, the money I spend, because I do spend $66,000 a year on the data for this scanner. So, you know, I need to get some kickback on that and the effort that I put in, but also for you guys to access it. You're up $2,100. Nice. Up $280. Congratulations. Congrats, guys. Is ARTL reopened yet? Oh, it is. Yes, ARTL is open. Still trying to grind back up. Your price is great. That's why I became a yearly member. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, dude, the annual membership for free for life, you get access to a trading Discord that currently consists of over 2,000 members. To access like a premium Discord service like this would normally cost you way more than $400 a year. And this is something that I'm just tacking on for free when you sign up to access the scanner for a year, you know? The codes themselves are something that you would probably pay more than $45 a month to access. It's something I tack on for free when you sign up to access the scanner. Last Monday, I told you I started a new account with 300. I'm up to 575. Not bad. Yo, congrats, bro. You've turned $300 into 575 already. That's nuts. What's that, like 80% return already? That's crazy, bro. Made money on ONCO. Congrats. Thank you, Andy. Can I use this to trade options? Not really. So, excuse me. Not really so much the scanner. So the scanner isn't small cap only, right? Like large cap stocks are perfectly allowed to hit this scanner. Large cap stocks, like your stocks that you're going to trade options on, just typically aren't volatile enough to hit the scanner, right? You can't sort it though. You can be like, hey, I only want to see stocks trading above $75 and with a $80 million float. These stocks are more likely, I don't know, but these stocks are more likely to have options chains on them. So you can do that. Like you can only see really high float companies if you would like to. That way, once again, they are more likely to have options chains, active options chains. So like, is it built for options? No, but I attempt to make it as customizable as possible with these filters and stuff. Your scanner will be a game changer for your business. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I launched it January 15th. And over 2,000 people have already signed up to the website since I launched it. And it's like, I would say 98% positive reviews. Like it's very, very well accepted. Yeah. Okay, I think I have found, well, I know I found the problem. I found which function is breaking when you get those disconnects. It hasn't happened in a while, but that's because, you know, the market has slowed down. But right out of open, we were getting those disconnects. It's because I'm now loading in every stock's float data and every single news article. I think what I'm gonna have to do is load in, like, instead of every stock, maybe I load in 1,000 or something. And then instead of every single news article, maybe like, you know, once again, maybe I load in 1,000 of them or something. We'll see. I'll figure out the best way to optimize it. So it's not overloading my, it's not even over, the thing that sucks is it's not breaking my code. My code isn't what's breaking, it's my host. I wonder if I can pay my host more money to give me a larger, you know, server size. I might just do that. I wonder if Bluehost will let me pay more for like a larger server, because that's what I'm doing. I'm overloading my host. Like I'm breaking their limits, trying to call all this stuff. The code itself is fine. Next to the 2-minute percent change, and you also put the total percent change. Maybe. I feel like that wouldn't look good. Maybe. If I can find a way to lay that out to looks good. The new Squawk feature. Yeah, I haven't even gotten Squawk added yet. Squawk is going to be huge. If you guys don't know, I have access to Benzinga Squawk now for the scanner. Meaning, as soon as like news is announced, you will hear a real human being read that news. I haven't added that to the scanner yet, but that's going to be a massive, massive upgrade. I will be one of, if not the only scanner on the internet that has that, because they didn't want to give it to me. Benzinga like didn't want to let me access that because it's obviously a huge selling point to go sign up for Benzinga. But eventually they did. I paid them a lot of money for it, so eventually they did. It's going to be a massive, massive update to the scanner. By far the biggest one since I've launched it. It is extremely, extremely useful to know the second a stock gets news, what that news is. And having it read through your ears will be dope too, because you'll never miss it, right? And you can have it on while your boss is standing behind you and still be listening. Yeah, that's awesome, Cowboy. If you were able to use this scanner to help you turn $300 into $750 or whatever you said, that's insane. Is there a way to change the breakout to only trade if volume fits the requirements for 25,000? Yeah. I actually have that in this strategy. One of the buy conditions of this strategy is that the volume must be at least 5 times greater than the share size that you're going to buy. That way you're not like attempting to get bad fills, right? That way you ensure that if the strategy is in, you could have gotten in too. I can do that on the ATR breakout strategy too, yeah. Dope like a rope. My boss thinks I play Galaga all day. I love Galaga. There was this barcade in Knoxville. There's actually one pretty close to where I work now too. But my wife and I would go there all the time before we had kids. Like every Friday night we'd go and play a bunch of Galaga and Xbox and stuff. Some weird noise happening with your mic. Sorry. It probably is me touching it. I do keep touching it. I probably should stop doing that. I'm sorry. That's almost definitely what it is. What does the gauge at the top left signify? This is the current market condition in the small cap world. So it measures the overall strength of the small cap market both today and previous days. So you know whether to expect continuation or to not expect continuation. It's very, very useful for deciding how you want to trade that day. TURB, pushing highs. Once again, captured live and in real time via this scanner. If you can't see the power of that, I don't know what to tell you, my friend.
TURB.
All right, boys and girls, it is past 10:30. It's a fun day today, especially this morning with tickers like ARTL and others. Fun day. It got a little slow the last 30 minutes or so, but that's okay. Once again, I am going to get the scanner fixed. Those little micro disconnects will go away. Huge upgrades to the scanner, especially this ability to see all live news and to be able to search that news. This is extremely, extremely powerful addition made to the scanner last night. So those of you already signed up, make sure you take advantage of this. Make sure you use the market replay functionality to test it all weekend. Use this market replay functionality to go back and to look at the scanner and how it would have looked in real time at past dates and times. Study what news articles were moving stocks on those days. Like that is a huge reason why this is so important, because you can now go back and you can study what news was moving stocks. But use it all weekend. Come back Monday and be ready. Be a better trader and be ready to tackle the new week. I will see you guys back live again on Monday. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Those of you already subscribed, make sure the little bell icon next to the subscription button is clicked. That way you get notified when I go live. 8:30 a.m. Eastern, 1 hour before market open. I'll be back live on Monday morning. Will I have a video out this weekend? I don't know. I have a lot of plans this weekend. I'm actually going to the NASCAR race on Sunday. So probably not, but keep an eye out just in case I do get time. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Remember, if you want to sign up, go to daytradingstrategies.net is my website, and you can use discount code STREAM at checkout to take 30% off. That is 12 months of access. Oh, I'm already signed in, but that is 12 months of access to the scanner, the codes, and the Discord, all for less than $280. All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you back here on